So I'm Jean Cathro and I'm from Crossing Countries. Crossing Countries provides equal opportunities for disabled and non-disabled people to volunteer abroad together. And it grew out of my work with disabled students at Edinburgh University and the experiences I had when I went out to South Africa. I kept going on to my students about how wonderful it was out there, and they said, when can we go? And I said, well, you graduate and we can go together. And so they went and graduated. So that was our first pilot trip. And on that trip, we took 2 people in wheelchairs and a blind person. And we volunteered in organisations like township schools, creches, special needs schools. And the idea behind it is that disabled people don't often get the chance to volunteer, and they certainly find it really hard to travel abroad. Now, to combine the two and enable them to do something like that means that they have a much more increased awareness of what they can do and their own self-worth. I work with a student in a wheelchair, and in Durban they have beach wheelchairs, which means she was able to go down on the beach. She never thought she would be able to go on the beach again. And then a couple of the lifeguards said, do you want to go swimming? So there she was, swimming in the Indian Ocean. I was crying. She was shouting at me to see if I was okay. But it's something that I still work with her, and it's something when she struggles with some things, I can go back and I can say to her, do you remember swimming in the Indian Ocean? And she can say, yeah, well, I've been to Africa. I can do this. It's not a problem. So that kind of thing appears out of facing the challenges that either society or you yourself prevent you from doing what you want to do and being all that you can be. That actually grew out of something that I learned about in South Africa called Ubuntu, which is a philosophy, and it's about I can only be the best person I can be if I can help you to be the best person that you can be. And so that's why Crossing Countries wants everyone to go out, work together. It's about everyone being equal and working together to empower everybody else in society. But our tagline is challenging boundaries, changing lives, and that's exactly what we seek to do. It's about people learning about being empathetic to other people and realising that everybody's got something to give to society. If you can imagine 2 black people, 2 people in wheelchairs, a blind girl, 2 white women, and loads of black kids playing, making black plastic bag kites at the side of a road outside Durban. Now those kids are all sexually abused, and they meet under this tree called the Tree of Empowerment on a Saturday morning to play, to forget about all their trouble. Now there's no reason that a blind person can't help put the straws together to make the black plastic, to stick onto the black plastic. It's so empowering that these kids can see a disabled person, non-disabled person, black and white, which is really unusual in South Africa, and with a stigmatised group, all working together. If you have a dream that you want to volunteer abroad, if you want to have an adventure and you're maybe slightly nervous of doing it on your own, then we're looking to build teams. We always have about 6 people going out together with a team leader, so you're quite safe. We hope that in the future these team leaders will then take their own team of 6 people out. In fact, all the people that have been out with us are desperate to come back out with us. Last year's volunteer is coming out this year and hopes to be a team leader next year. So it's an ongoing project. So if you want to get in touch with us, we have a website which is we've just changed it, so it's www.crossingcountries.org. We also have an email address which is cctravellers.edinburgh@outlook.com. It's 2 L's for travellers. We're British, we're not American. And we're on Facebook, so just type in Crossing Countries.